She was basically saying she was going to kill herself. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not even that great of a guy. If you guys haven't seen the pilot episode, pause. Go watch it. We'll wait for you. We'll wait.
We're waiting.
Okay, welcome back. Now, on to the podcast.
And we are...
Wake up, everybody. What is going on? It's your boy Justin here, back at it again with another podcast. This is officially episode 1.
Woo! Let's get it, episode 1.
So, Josh,
Thank you, everybody.
Yep. So, obviously, if you guys watched the first pilot episode, we just broke down the reasons as to why we're doing this. And it's obviously to be better well-spoken. Turn off your...
Yo, I'm so famous, guys. Oh my god, sorry. I'm so famous.
The first podcast, he actually left me for like 10 minutes.
Yo,
and my back is still hurting
from
carrying that podcast.
What
and
a
if I have to
loser.
carry this podcast again, I swear to God.
Don't worry, you're good.
All right, blessed. All right, so today's podcast topic and main focus is essentially the best time to... Well, essentially the second best time to start anything is right now. I'll give you a good reason. Buying real estate. Do you guys know how much it costs to buy a nice house nowadays in Canada?
I don't.
Bro, like $800,000 to $1 million. In Brampton, even here in Hamilton, Toronto, like it's expensive. But like if you look at the market 5-10 years ago, bro, you can buy a house for like $200,000, $100,000. Do your research. It's sick.
I don't do my research facts.
But even, like just something as simple as that, like podcasts. Podcasts are huge now. People love podcasts. The Joe Rogan Show, Impulsive, Call Her Daddy. Does anyone know that one? Call Her Daddy.
See, there was some Call Her Daddy, like, but they had something
huge one.
Yeah.
So, and here's the thing. What do you think went through their heads in regards to starting a podcast? It's like what, talking in front of a camera or talking towards mics and posting it on podcasts and just talking? Like, who's gonna listen? You'll be surprised. I have 51 views on the pilot episode now. I appreciate every single one of you guys.
51 views.
So, I'm just going to bring back what we talked about in the pilot episode. I started a shit. Are we swearing? Yeah, we'll swear. I started a shit ton of things this year during COVID. And, oh, man, I failed miserably.
But it's okay. You got back up. It's okay.
No, and that's the thing. It didn't bring me down. It honestly, I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm learning from my failures. And that's what you should be doing. I know a lot of people that start a business go bankrupt because they didn't follow their business plan or didn't follow through with the expenses they should have done. And that's exactly what I did. I started music. And we have a lot of
he tried following.
We have a lot of musicians and singers and music engineers in this room right now, and they can vouch that it is not easy.
Definitely not. I can vouch for that one too.
So
because currently I do music, you guys can follow me right here. Justin, can you put
I'll
something
throw it there.
throw it right over there?
Just say it.
Yeah. Huh?
For the people that are
Joshua,
just listening.
Oh yeah, you're right. So Joshua Pascal Music over here. Yeah, no, I've been doing music all my life. And yeah, I could vouch for that. It's super hard, but you know, like you just gotta be like dedicated, right? And like you gotta have you gotta have the drive for it. And going back with what you're saying about because I'm doing music obviously, but then with this podcast, I wanted to start this podcast because I wanted to try other things, try new things. You know, with Justin, because you know, obviously we don't get to hang out too much, but this, you know, this gives us time to be with each other again. Because he moved to Toronto, you know, I'm here in Hamilton, so gives us this time to work on stuff together, grow as individuals together. There we go, show the love. But
so, yeah. If anyone out there, and this is just advice and motivation, inspiration for anyone who needs it, if you have that passion for something, whether it be music, a business. I'm really getting into photography, videography, and I love, my huge thing is I love creating.
Same.
So, and if you think you are not hopping on that bandwagon soon enough, like you are sadly mistaken. Right now is the second best time to start because
Facts.
We tried doing this podcast last year. If we did this podcast last year,
man,
how many episodes do you think we'd have?
Not even like the episodes, like how much experience
how much knowledge we would have,
yeah.
How much people would we, because here's the thing, future of the podcast, we want people on here because we want other people's knowledge, their insight, their
definitely.
like everything that they have to share, with us and that we want to share with you, that's what we want. And I don't know about you, I love getting to know people.
Oh man, no, like 100%. It's one of my favorite. Like I call it a hobby. Like getting to know people. Like yeah. Oh, like I love just getting to hear about someone's life, like what they love to do. You know what, the small things, like what their favorite color is, because it makes me feel, you know, like I get like new friends, you know, like new connections, new relationships.
I'm really glad we are doing this because what you were saying for the past 2 minutes, I had no idea. I couldn't even follow. What the hell were you saying?
Sorry, guys. This is the first podcast, so it's
What?
okay. This is the first podcast, so what? No, I'm saying it's like, like getting to know someone, like getting to know their experience in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So getting back to getting to know people, that such a problem for me back in high school.
Really?
No, because of the amount of people I dated back in high school.
Oh
because-
fuck! I
you
swore.
swore.
Sorry,
Whoa.
shoot, my
No,
bad.
so-
Sorry, guys.
It's a blessing and a curse wanting to get to know people, especially of like opposite sex. of
Yo,
course.
can I?
Go, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right. So yeah, jeez. Okay, no name calling. No name calling for
Whatever.
this one. Man, yeah, no. In high school, it was like, yeah. Okay, Justin, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys.
No, you know what? Instead of
Yo,
breaking my back on this podcast, we are putting it on hold.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, I had to deal with something. But so on the topic with trying to make like connections with like not even like
Talking to the mic.
no, like I was talking to you about like
Yeah, meeting new people.
meeting new people, especially
school?
with in high school, the opposite sex. It was tough cuz like we dated, obviously.
A lot.
No, not
Oh,
him
no,
and I. We
not-
didn't date.
You
but-
didn't, even you didn't date a lot. You had like 3
Okay, so-
relationships in high school,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they lasted so long.
Yeah, like the first official relationship lasted like 3.5 years. That was an experience. But throughout that relationship, it was.
I wonder
it
if she watches this.
I hope. Hi. I like. Yeah, no, is tough like making friends with the opposite sex, but
Was it?
it was yeah, like the whole jealousy thing and.
When
yeah.
you were in a relationship,
I
it
was
was really hard for you,
You got it.
to make new friends because you couldn't make new friends because said
See,
person
I'm here trying to
would be
make it
very-
as,
no,
like-
I know, as very vague as possible.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just going out on a limb saying you were with someone that was very insecure and uncomfortable with you.
Wow.
I'm just saying that's exactly
Wow, eh?
that's exactly how it goes down. And like as I was saying, I was very how do you say this? It got me in a lot of trouble.
Did it, eh?
It did because of the amount, the type of people that I became close with that I should have just stayed friends with.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it like those relationships. You know those relationships that you get into that should not have happened.
right, yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
relationships that literally the other person would kill themselves if they weren't with you.
Yeah.
Not naming names, but I'm just saying those kind of relationships are so toxic.
Hi, Anthony.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my relationships. That if the other person, and if the other person isn't with you, they would like. I think those relationships are so.
They're toxic. They're
obviously
toxic.
toxic.
It's like
and
I remember. Okay, so there was one relationship I like. It was super short, but like it was one of like the most meaningful relationships because she taught me. It's like, man, like make yourself happy. That's the number one rule I took out of like like that relationship and brought it on to every other relationship. Like, man, don't put your happiness onto someone else. And I know it's like it's something everyone should know, but for the people who are young and like were like stupid in love like me, man, like don't put all your happiness or don't give all your happiness away to that one person, because like you're gonna have none left.
wow, that's
right?
very sweet.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this
Thank you so
podcast.
much.
You know what? I'm gonna tell the story that last year I was thinking of making a vlog, like a story time with Justin kind of thing.
Story
and
time with
Josh,
Justin.
Josh told me not to do it.
Oh yeah. Because you gotta be sensible.
Yeah, but guess what? She's probably not watching this.
Well, it doesn't matter if she's not watching.
No,
it or
but it's
not,
also
but, like,
something. No, it's something that. Here's the thing. On this podcast, not only do I want to be casual, learn from our experiences, and be able to articulate ourselves in a professional and like casual manner.
Yeah.
I want to be able to share with you guys stories so you can learn from them, learn from our mistakes.
Right.
Because a huge thing, if there's so many people that I've seen mess up
Right.
or make mistakes. And I'm like, I'm never going to make that mistake because I
You
seen
saw
that person.
You saw that experience. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about relationships real quick, okay?
I thought this was about
No, I'm starting something.
Okay, segue into
this. So, anyways, listen. There's this one girl. She was my best friend. I met her in grade 9, and I regret catching feelings. But that's what I was saying in regards to like getting to know a person. Like we got to know each other. We got so close, and that's what sucks.
Yo, when you get to know
no,
someone,
because when
like,
you're young, when
Yo,
you're young
yeah.
and horny and you just want to be in a relationship and you see the I'm serious.
No,
you're
yo,
young
mind
in
you,
high
we're-
school and you just
I,
want
I don't know if this means anything, but like we're Libras, and like man, we are like flirtatious.
very
as
flirty.
hell.
I am a flirty was a flirty guy. Very flirty. So
I've got people
the
to
only reason
vouch
I'm
for
saying
that.
that was because the girl that I'm talking about, the girl that I dated, she was just a friend. We were
Right.
both just friends, but she was very flirty.
Right,
Very
right,
flirty.
right.
And then we would go out on coffee dates. We would just go out on dates just as friends. And
Yeah, friend dates.
and then the feelings just get caught. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So red signs everywhere, guys. Everywhere.
red flags.
Red flags everywhere. Number
But
one thing
you
is
ignored them because it's like
yeah,
you're
you
like-
ignore them
you're
because
like,
you're
man,
young and you think you're
yeah.
in love and oh, there's we'll talk about that after this story. But anyways, 3-4 months pass by and I'm like, man, we were just better off as friends.
But like,
And that's where I wanted to break up with her after like the 4th month.
yeah.
And I was just like, hey, yada yada, let's break up. She said no. She said what?
I remember
Is that an answer?
Oh my god,
It-
man, this was like
Listen,
you
hold on.
were in a
Bro,
you were in a pickle.
She
Like,
said no, and I was just like, okay. I said okay, and I'm
yeah,
like,
cause yo,
what do you do
you're
after that?
soft. You're a soft,
Bro, I'm so soft.
Like
So-
I'm soft too. Like I'm too nice of a guy. Like you're way too nice of a guy.
yeah, way too nice.
Like,
but
you
here's the
can't-
thing.
yeah.
So after the first time I tried breaking up with her, we obviously had problems after that because I'm not into the relationship, whatever. Second time I tried breaking up with her, she gets all sad and she starts she finds reasons to be sad for me to stay with her because she's sad. Third, fourth time, the depression just gets worse and worse and worse. She says like family issues, work, friends, whatever issues
Just
she can.
building
it up.
reasons for you to like
Bro, and I was just like, yo, I can't do this anymore. So I try breaking up with her again, and she gets angry.
yeah.
She was like, Justin, we've talked about this. We are not breaking up. I'm like,
And right there, the flag, like,
I'm like,
man,
okay,
cannon
honey.
shooting, trying to tell you, dude, like,
Bro, and all of my
This
friends,
is
I've talked to all my friends about this.
toxic.
Toxic. But here's the thing. I talked to my friends. I was like, oh, guys. They said, oh, no. They said, hey, Justin, like, maybe you should try to change. Maybe you should
Yeah,
be
definitely
the one,
not. Definitely not.
like, being better for her, yada, yada, yada. Bro, this was my fault. This was idiot, obviously, me being an idiot. I take her out to Ripley's Aquarium. Okay, we had a fantastic.
Didn't you like ask her out there?
No.
What do you-
No. This was like during the break. I don't know where I asked her. I forgot.
I
But
swear it was Ripley's.
I took her to Ripley's Aquarium, and
Never been,
then
by
I
the way,
bring
never
her
been.
home, and then I tried breaking up with her after that day. And I don't know if you walked in on this, bro. She beat me. She scratched me. She bit me. She punched me. She pulled my hair. Everything.
I did not walk in on that. I would have known.
And we stayed together after that,
Bro, you're soft.
bro. I was just like,
That's toxic. Oh my gosh, that's toxic.
and
man.
then all of her friends were just like, Justin, like, you just gotta treat her better. This and that. I'm like, I don't even want to be with her. Oh my god!
Oh,
but no,
man.
that's not even the worst part. This is the climax of the story. 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, I remember this. You
2
told me this.
o'clock in the morning. I try breaking up with her. I'm like, I'm done. I can't do this no more. You're crazy. Bro, she literally texted, not me, but her friends. I don't know if she did it with her family, but she texted her friends goodbye notes saying, oh, it was a great life. Thank you so much for being there for me. She was basically saying she was going to kill herself. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm not even that great of a guy.
Yeah, you're trash actually.
I'm actually a trash guy. Like, I'm garbage.
no,
But anyways, here, I walked. If anyone's familiar with the Brampton area to the Mississauga Malton area, I walked from Chinguacousy Park.
So it's a pretty far walk, guys.
Chinguacousy
I think
Park.
that's a 2-hour walk.
2-hour walk.
He
Chinguacousy
walked
Park
2 hours.
all the way to Morningstar and
Don't give the
airport.
address.
No,
Don't give
not-
the-
it's
don't give the
it's
main
if-
intersection.
If you guys want to know how far I walked, Google Maps, Chinguacousy Park to Morningstar and Airport Road.
Yeah,
in
check it for
Brampton to
yourself.
Mississauga. I walked that at 2 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because if she, God forbid, if she did kill herself, blood would be on my hands, and I didn't want that. I get there, and I swear to God, it was so staged. I was telling you this, Anthony. It was so staged. I walk in, blankets thrown everywhere, but it looked like she rearranged it so it looked like it was messy. She moved her couch a bit. I walked past her washroom. Pills are on the floor, and I was like, "Oh, looks like you didn't take the pills because they're on the floor." I go into her bedroom, and she was like, Justin, is that you? I'm like,
why do you sound just like her?
bro, I'm like, are you kidding me? If you find yourself in a situation like that, if someone
like-
tries to break up, if you try to break up with someone and he or she says no, yo, get a plane ticket, get out of there. Like, that's somewhere you do not want to be.
No, but mind you, it's like, because like you got to think of it like, obviously, like she was going through something.
Obviously.
With you, because like I'm the type of guy to try to see both sides, like where she was at in her like.
Yo, she
In her state of mind.
bro.
Like, yeah, like she, like, and like what I was saying, she put all her happiness into Justin.
And you can't
And,
do that. You
Like, you gotta
exactly
like,
how you
and
were
I'm,
saying.
I'm sure she's learned by now.
Oh,
and like, you know, you'd hope, but like,
you know
with-
what? If you're watching this video, I really hope you're doing well. Like, don't hit me up, please. but I really hope.
But
you're
I
doing
feel like,
well.
yeah, no, like, cause when I hear that, like, oh shoot, like the moral for that story is like, you're not responsible. Like,
Oh, that's the
like
biggest thing. 'cause you
like you're not responsible. You don't have the responsibility for someone else's happiness, right? You are there to, obviously you can make them happy. You can, you know, be that light for them, but don't like, again, like, yeah, you're responsible. You're not responsible for that person's happiness. Like it's them to have the happiness.
Yeah, that's really deep, bro.
Yeah. So about the whole like the main topic about this, people on TikTok, like these kids are young. They're in high school. Well, we're not that young. Hey, our birthday.
Oh
just passed.
yeah, we just turned
22.
just turned
That's dope.
22,
But
October 3rd.
yeah, so we're 22. These TikTokers are like as young as Dixie. I think she's 16. And then
Yeah.
there's kids who are like 20.
No, Dixie's
Not Dixie, Charlie. Sorry.
Charlie's 16.
So these guys are in high school, and look how much they've blown up because
they took that opportunity.
No, and that was the best. Like, obviously, they took that opportunity, and it was the best time for them to start. If we started,
TikTok?
like, yeah, if not TikTok, like the podcast, or like, you know, like for me, music. If I did music last year, but like not as intensely as I'm trying to now. But yeah, if I started like a year ago, man, it'd be so different right now. It would 100% be so different.
Like put 100%
like
of
putting
your
music
efforts in.
out, putting like
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
So, like, the main focus of this podcast, the second best time to start is now. It's only been like 20 minutes.
Yeah, you were talking about your little relationship problem for like half of it.
Relationship problem. I was telling you a story, and I said you have to come up with another story as well. So
Yeah,
let's
I
segue
know.
into that.
My story.
About starting something. Music.
Well, no, cause yeah, I've been actually having some trouble with like I've been in not in a I was saying this to a lot of people, like I've been feeling like I'm in a musical like hole, like I'm stuck in this hole, like kind of writer's block, where like I've done a lot. Right, you can see me on YouTube, obviously. Check me out on Spotify
And Instagram and stuff like
yeah,
that.
check my Instagram out. It's over here, Josh Pascal Music. Yeah, like I feel like I'm doing all these things, and
But I get it. It also
and
feels like you're doing nothing.
no, but like specifically, I don't know what to do, because I have like Josh Pascal in the Pants, like that's like my funky band. That's what we do. And then when I'm on the laptop, like when I do my own thing, when I produce my own stuff, like that's more like R&B soul type
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But then with my high school band, like we got Anthony in the crowd here. He's my drummer. Hey, Anthony. We got back together and we jammed like some old songs that we used to do, you know what I mean? We did Foo Fighters, did some Green Day stuff. And all these genres are so different. You know what I mean?
But Josh, you also gotta understand, like those genres, depending on where you are, those genres are dead.
It's not dead. Like again, like for different.
It's just not
for
the prime
well, no. Because if you're looking at a different
audience.
Thank you. Yeah. It's like there's different audiences for right, and obviously like not a lot of people like. There's not a big audience for that nowadays, but there are people who still vibe with that stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
But it's not you.
I know if I want more people to, if I want to get more recognition,
More
right?
clout, more fame,
Sure,
more
yeah. It's like
listeners.
I could follow like the mainstream, but it's like I want to do what I love.
There we
you know
go.
what I mean? It like because at the end of the day, it's not really for the people. If I were doing it for the people, it'd feel like a job. I want to do this for me. You know, I'm doing this podcast for us. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this for the people. I love this because I get to hang out with you and talk with you guys, sure, and get to know me. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's honestly like this is like my life, right? And like you guys got to understand this too, right? Like don't do things for money. Like cuz I've been putting that in my head. I was like, "Oh, maybe I could do this like if I make this beat, I can sell it, or if I make the song, how much can I make off streams or whatever?" And I was like now like it was hurting my head. I was like, man, it's like money. Like everyone's so like money hungry.
Yeah.
And we didn't come from money. Like from the first podcast we were saying like we weren't like well
came
we're-
from nothing.
we literally came from
nothing.
nothing and
Yeah, it
like
was tough.
what we have now what we have now is crazy. So like the money will come, just have fun with it. Like just do stuff that you're passionate about.
That's let me
Segue into your little
yeah, no,
thing,
no.
eh?
So exactly with what you're saying, that's why I took a huge interest in photography and videography.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because here's the thing, there's so much money to be made in so many different platforms. Music,
Yeah.
you can be there's as simple as just streams, making music, putting it out there, and hopefully people listen. That's one of the toughest things, but also making beats and selling it. Being a music engineer, being a songwriter, there's so much you can do to make money. But like Josh was saying, if you don't have a passion for it, if you don't love it, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Right? That's just like careers, right? Like a lot of like I can't talk about that. But anyways, me talking about photography and videography, there's so much money to be made in this industry. And not only am I going to be making a shit ton of money, I'm going to love doing it. Because here's the thing, I'm appreciating so much more of this photography stuff. I don't know if you saw it, and I'm going to show
Oh,
it.
your
the photo shoot, this fall photo shoot.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Man,
We're supposed to take one too.
Yeah, I know. But man, learning how to actually
Yeah,
edit,
no, those edits are like
bro,
they're
crazy.
Nice.
I'll show you the before and afters. And if there's actually going to be a video on my YouTube channel, Justin's Wave, join the wave, on Justin's Wave, showing you the fall photo shoot, the before and afters, and how I did it. But it just makes me appreciate, like when you actually dive deep into what you love doing, your passion, you get, what was I saying? You get so. Man, I just brain fart. Man, I was going on a tangent. It's just
Don't worry, it's the
absolute
first
brain
episode.
fart.
We're
It
good.
is the first podcast, but
Yeah, for
no,
podcast.
you appreciation. You get so much appreciation towards the actual art, right? And I don't know if you can talk about in regards to music, right? Like when you're actually making music, the 3 songs you have out now.
Oh yeah, Empty Spaces,
Fool for You,
and then
and Devil on the Angel
which
Side.
are all very different, by the way. So like, I don't know, like you guys.
No, but like, how much do you like? Those are 3 very different. You're saying very different styles of music.
yeah.
But how much more do you appreciate each genre that you either sing or perform or learn to actually play? Because it's like different notes. Like when I was learning to play piano, I heard this gospel note, what's the actual term?
Huh?
Like it's a gospel note. Gospel note. We were talking
Oh,
about this.
you're talking about like a. What do you mean gospel? Like there's. What do you mean
I
gospel?
don't know. It just sounds very like holy. I
Okay,
guess.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
When obviously you learn a lot of stuff on YouTube. I played this gospel note. I was like, oh my god, this is dope.
Yeah.
And it just makes me appreciate that people can come up with these certain like terms and certain notes to make a sound so much more unique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can find that in any field. Watch, throw something at me. Like, let's talk about like lawyers, right?
I know nothing about lawyers.
But that's the thing.
honestly.
You don't even need to know anything about being a lawyer.
Right.
A lawyer in itself is can be as artistic as music or photography. Right?
Definitely. It's an art within itself.
There we go. Because there's so much different aspects that you can. There's no like actual comparison, but metaphorically speaking, they're all the same thing. Like you have to love it. Well, you don't have to love it, but you have to be good at it,
right?
To actually make a living out of it.
Yeah.
Right. You have to be smart. You have to be able to talk to people. Right. You have to be able to like study and learn, just like photography and music. If you're not learning, if you're not like getting the knowledge to enhance your ability to do your work, you're not going anywhere.
Right.
And with these podcasts, if we don't continue to mess up, if we don't continue to listen to podcasts, if we don't continue to keep up with common knowledge in this world, certain phrases and certain words, this podcast will not be interesting. Definitely. It will not grow, right? And that's essentially why you have, like I was saying in the pilot podcast, try everything.
Yeah.
Try everything. I tried music. I sucked. I tried business. I sucked. I tried starting like a scavenger hunt game. I sucked. This podcast probably sucks.
For now. But we'll spice it up. We'll spice it up.
But at the end of the day, do not give up.
Definitely.
Right? And 7:30.
That's a good way to end
I think
it,
that's
actually.
a great way to end the podcast. Like, no, but for real, man. Like, if you guys can get anything out of this podcast, it's start now. Start your passions now. And I'm saying that very passionately because the past year, like, I'm happy. I know I don't sound happy.
That's so good.
I'm so happy. I'm happy. And it's not because I'm failing. It's because I'm learning. I'm growing. And I'm going to continue growing. We're 22. We're still young, and we have so much time.
Oh,
right?
yeah, no.
So if you're going to... Right now is the best time to mess up. Start now.
Yeah.
Start something. Whatever's in... No, seriously. Whatever's in your head right now, start it. The song that you want to sing or want to write or want to perform, do it. Just do it. The pictures that you want to take, just go out and take them. Hit people up. Message people. Right?
Yeah, connections is a big thing. Like,
But in regards to connections... Be careful who you talk to. Be careful who you date.
Yeah.
That's the second thing I want to talk about. Watch the red flags and
be smart.
Be smart about it. Like, continue to grow, never give up. And that's what I want to continue. That's the message I want to continue on this podcast every single episode.
Right.
On top of talking about like
other
stuff. Yeah. But this was a good here's the thing. After the pilot podcast episode, man, I got home. I was like, oh, I can't wait for the next podcast. I was so excited. Good. Like being here, talking to you guys, talking to him, and just like letting it all out. Talking about what we want to talk about. I know, and here's the thing. Right, it's weird because there's so much I want to talk about. Like I have a notebook full of things to talk about, but there's so many episodes. I'm serious. There's so many
I need to start writing stuff down because
there's so many episodes to create. There's so many people I want on this podcast to kind of dive into their heads and be like, hey, what is your opinion? What's your perspective on this stuff, et cetera, et cetera. And that is what I'm most excited for.
For sure.
Okay. And on top of like with what you were saying in regards to being in that music hole, man, like do what you need to do to get out of that rut.
Yeah, no,
seriously.
definitely,
no, because
definitely. And it's honestly with me, it's work like collabing with people, because like I'm very independent in like my works, but like I realize like when I start working with other people, when I'm getting other people like
involved.
Their opinions, like not even getting them involved, but their opinions, right? Like because I work with all these like talented musicians here in Hamilton. And, you know, they've really been helping me with, you know, like how I should do this, how I should write that. And yeah, no, it's really making me a better musician, like a better artist. And
good to hear, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, so like be excited for like what's coming up for me, myself, right? And
so like be excited for what's to come for him, from us with these podcasts, and
please keep watching these podcasts. We got a lot coming in.
I'm gonna continue vlogging. I'm gonna continue taking photos. I'm gonna continue creating videos, and I'm trying my best to just continue to grow. And I want you guys to grow with us.
That's good. Thank you guys so much for checking out our podcast.
Seriously, we appreciate it, and hopefully you guys learned a thing or two, and hopefully you guys tune in for the next podcast.
Yeah, till then.
See you guys.